Alright, so I'm bored as hell. So I decided to tell a story while I play Doom. This is a shout out to my brother. Congrats, getting engaged. So I'm gonna tell a story that kinda involves that process. So my brother's a great romantic. Everything from like deciding if he should like get roses for his now fiance to talking about like how he plans to take her out on this most amazing trip of her life. So he finally decided that she was the one. So he asks our entire family to go with him to get her a ring. So we all do. It was not in my interest, to be honest. I was kind of confused on why I was going, or what the point of the trip was, since he already picked out the ring he was gonna get. But my mother decided, why not? We'll all go. It's a family trip. So we finally get there, and the ring, it like he gets the ring from this nice little like shop that sells jewelry, and everything inside the shop is like really pretty, nice. So he goes up to this lady, and she is the most decrepit lady I've ever seen in my life. She's just focused on trying to make a sale, cutting my brother off, talking about all this good stuff, asking my brother if he knew the size of the ring that he wanted to get. And he was like, nah, but this is the ring. She's like, oh, wait, we can resize it after it. So just get this, do that, yada yada, right? And that's cool. So my brother shows, the ring that he's gonna get to our mother. And she's like, oh, this is a really pretty ring. This is amazing. Like, I'm sure she'll like it. And behind us, we hear this dude go, yeah, that's a pretty ring. And I'm utterly confused because I have no idea who the hell is talking to us. And my sister, who's also with us, is kind of creeped out because, like, who is this guy? So we all turn our head in unison, and we see the most grotesque, decrepit, vile, repugnant human being I've ever seen in my life. He kind of looked like if you mixed Tony Soprano and Danny DeVito together, and you'd like have this guy. He was just nasty. There's no other words to describe him. So he's extra nosy all on our shit, and is like, huh, that's a pretty ring. What are you doing? Getting engaged? And my brother's kind of confused, doesn't know what to say. He's taken aback. He's just like, yeah, I am, I suppose. And he's like, yeah, it's a pretty ring, man. It's expensive. How much is it? And my brother's kind of hesitant to respond. And in my head, I'm like, why does it matter? Who are you, guy? And like, out of the blue, he's just like, huh, you guys Nigerian? And I'm like, what? Where did that come from? Like, that's the most awkward thing you could have possibly asked us. And we all reply with, no, we're not Nigerian. We are Jamaican. And he's like, Jamaican. You're cool. I was like, the sarcasm isn't needed, sir, but thank you. And he's like, you know a woman named Ruth? I'm like, yeah, we do. This is our family friend. She invites us over to parties and stuff, and she is one of the wealthiest human beings I've ever met in my life, but I digress. Oh, shit! Anyway, he starts talking about, like, how he doesn't believe that we're Jamaican and all this stuff, and how we actually don't know Ruth, and how we're just entertaining the conversation. So I don't like when people are condescending. So I was like, excuse me, sir. I do know what she looks like. She lives here, and like, this is what she looks like. I know her husband. She has a beautiful lawn, all this stuff. He's like, oh, you guys actually do know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm like, if you don't get your nasty, cringe-worthy ass out of my face. But I'm in front of my mom, so I can't be a dickhead to this guy. So I don't know. He starts making conversation with my mother, and my mother's like, oh, family friend. And I'm like, Mom, this is the nosiest motherfucker I've ever met in my life. You gotta chill. But, you know, I'm not gonna get worried into it. So he just starts making conversation with my mother, and is like, oh, you guys are cool. And I'm just like, I don't know you, dude. You're a stranger. Like, I never met you. I never want to talk to you again. You're kind of gross. But, you know. I tried to subtly walk away from the situation and turn to see this nice elephant in the store. And I don't know what the hell happened or what was being talked about, but apparently he's like, I'm gonna see if you guys are actually Jamaican. Come here. I'm like, oh, what? So I turn around and I see the sweatiest lips coming at my face, dog. I didn't know what to do. I was legit scared because, like, I don't know who this guy is. He's gross. And he's trying to assault me with his lips. Oh my gosh. Dude, you ever seen that episode of SpongeBob with Grandmom's Kisses? Where he dipped the shit out of his Grandmom's Kisses? That was me. I didn't have the visor and everything, but, like, I was ready to square up with this dude. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did square up with this dude. And my brother also squared up with this dude because he was like, I don't know what you're doing. This is creepy. And he was like, ah ha ha, you guys actually are Jamaican. I'm like, what the hell does that even mean, dude? You can't just, like, come at me like that, try and kiss me, and get surprised when I'm trying to square up with you, right? So, I thought I was right. And I'm not a jerk. I'm like, I think when the time is right, I'm a pretty cool guy. But I squared up with this dude in the middle of the store, pushed him away, and got, like, ready to, like, sock him if need be. Oh, damn it. Keep getting wrecked. And he starts laughing, and my mom starts cracking up, and so does my sister. And I'm just like, y'all gonna let that shit happen? Like, come on, guys, it's not cool. And then he's like, nah, you made me so happy I wanted to kiss you. I'm like, dude, you are greasy. I don't know you. You cannot just come up to me and try and kiss me. He's like, nah, so happy, wanted to kiss you. I'm like, dude, back the fuck off me. But I was taken aback. I was pissed off. I didn't know what to do. My fams didn't try and step in. I walked away. I decided to go look at, like, more elephants and jewelry in the store, because that was the only thing I could do. I couldn't leave because, like, my family wasn't ready, and I didn't want to be like a complete dick to this guy, even though I can be pretty phallic when I decide to be. But that's besides the point. So after that, he starts going into this sob story about how, like, he's been abused all his life. And the first thing in my mind is, dude, I don't give a fuck. You tried to kiss me. But I didn't say that. I'm not that guy. But, like, you can't just go into a sob story and we don't know you. We don't need your whole, like, life backstory and all this stuff. He's just, I was abused my entire life by my wife, my husband. I don't even know if he had a husband. By my moms, physically, mentally, and mentally. So, like, I don't trust people. I don't like doing all this stuff. I get hurt. I'm like, okay? And who are you, sir? Who are you? Not once did you get our names. Not once did you ask how we're doing. We don't care about your sob story. We don't even know who you are. And at that point, everyone was kind of visibly uncomfortable. I didn't hide it. I left. I felt so disgusted with being in the same presence with this dude that I had to, like, find some Purell and wipe my hands down and my face, because I don't know. Breathing the same air as this dude hurt me. But he continues his sob story, and then he starts talking to my brothers like, you know what the best advice I can give you is? Don't get married. And I'm thinking to myself, this is a man about to get engaged, and you tell him about all the shitty things that happened to your marriage, and you're going to tell him, don't get married because you suck? And in my mind, I was like, huh. You get abused, and you're telling people not to get married. I'm like, that's kind of sad. It's really shitty. Sorry to hear that. But then I think to myself, you do dumb shit like try and kiss strangers and other weird stuff. So it's no wonder you get abused, because you fuck up. You fuck up all the time. And I'm not trying to be mean. And abuse, I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying, I don't think this is abuse. I think people just get tired of your bullshit and, you know, they call you out on it and you call it abuse. But I digress. This man pissed me off to such an extent, I just walked away. I left him with my sister, and she was like, where are you going? Why are you leaving me with this dude? I'm like, sorry, you weren't assaulted, and y'all didn't try and help me. Too bad. So, I'm walking away, and my brother decides to finally speed up the purchase of his ring so he can get the hell away from that guy. Nice. And he leaves. We are all happy. Except for me. I turn to my family, and I unleash a can of anger. I'm like, y'all were gonna let this greasy dude, like, kiss me. And they're like, nah. We weren't gonna let that happen. They're like, he was being nice, Reem. I'm like, no. That's not cool. He's gross. He's legit bovine in every way. Nasty. But, you know, they all thought it was funny. Except for me. And I was like, yo, Leaf, come on, man. Like, help me out. And he's like, I tried to, but I mean, you handled it already. You squared up with Bull. And I was like, regardless, you should have rode. Like, I don't know about you, but that shit don't fly where I'm from. And we're from the exact same place. So how you gonna let that shit happen to me? He was like, I tried, but you had the situation under control. I was like, regardless, you should have just jawed him because. But anyway, they thought it was a game. I was mad. So I was ready to leave. We finally purchased the ring. And my mom was all happy. And was like, yeah, so how you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? This, and that. Oh, damn, I suck, guys. I'm sorry, I failed. Damn, he's got in the way. She's asking all about the ring and how he plans to propose and all this stuff. And yeah, essentially all that. So we're leaving, and the topic of that greasy dude comes up again. And my sister's just like, I didn't like the fact you guys like left me to talk to him. And I'm like, how the hell can you complain when you let that shit happen to me? But regardless, I love my sister, and we're leaving. We hear, hey, come over here, guys, from behind us. And my sister just looks down, and is like, and my mom like, come on, man, I thought we were rid of you. And it's the same dude talking all that good shit, but he was in a nice ass car. And I was like, my opinion of you hasn't changed in the least. You're still disgusting and you're swine. But he comes over, keeps trying to talk to my brother about why he shouldn't get married and more. And my brother's like, can we leave? And then he's like, hey, you guys are my friends now. Let's hang out. I'm like, no, we gotta leave. So we come up with something on the fly to like get away from this dude. And oh, I didn't mention this. This dude was parked in like an alley. Like, creepy dude parked in like a back alley in a city. And we don't know where he came from. He just like spawned. But out of the alley, he just left. And yeah, he kept trying to talk to us. Kept trying to like ask us how we were doing. Kept trying to like meet up with us in the future. And we were just like, nah, dude, you gotta go. It's not okay. So he parts with some final words of advice. And we're all walking away. And we're all forcing smiles until we think that he's like driven off far enough. And the first thing that happened is, the first thing that was said was, that man was the most disgusting person I've ever met in my life. And I know I keep repeating that phrase, but like, you guys don't get it. This dude was horrible. He had this odor. He was pungent. Like, he was, guys, I can't, Nah, fuck out of here. And I got ripped apart. Cool. But yeah. Needless to say, I went home thoroughly pissed that day. And it's commonly brought up. God, son of a... Damn it! It's brought up a lot in conversation now. Because they think it's a comedic story. And I think it was the most harrowing experience I've ever faced in recent history. But yeah, god damn it! But yeah, that's my story about how I was almost kissed by some random ass stranger while getting my brother's wedding ring. Once again, congrats, bro. Hope y'all happy. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.